See, the reason for the confusion about the law, where people come along and say, yeah, the law's been abolished, and, Jesus abolished the law. They don't understand, they have a lack of understanding about the oral law, the tradition of the elders, Jewish tradition that Jesus did dismiss and do away with. Because again, the Pharisees had these interpretations, their interpretation was above the law of God, the Ten Commandments. Exactly how do you keep them? And it made people's lives miserable, by the way. Let's notice Colossians 2 and verse 20. Wherefore, if you be dead with Christ from the rudiments of the world, why, as though living in the world, are you subject to ordinances? Touch not, taste not, handle not, which are to perish with the using after the commandments and the doctrines of man. Again, a direct reference to Jewish tradition, Matthew 15 and verse 9. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. The tradition of the elders, what we're talking about. The Jewish law, the fence building they had built around the Ten Commandments, okay? Ephesians 2 and verse 14. Notice this. For he is our peace, who has made both one and broken down the middle wall or partition between us, having abolished in the flesh the enmity, even the law, commandments contained in ordinances, for to make in himself of twain one new man, so making peace. So what was this middle wall of partition? What is he talking about? He's talking about Jewish law that separated Jew from Gentile. Now, people take this verse and try to say, well, God's law, he's doing away with all of God's law. Not so. Not so at all. There were two sets, this is critical for you to understand, there were two sets of laws when Jesus walked this earth. The law of Moses, or the law of God, and the tradition of the elders, the oral law. What law did Jesus abolish? Jewish law, fence building around the Ten Commandments.
Check us out on the web at isthatreallyinthebible.com.